So I'm always excited about cool classic cars, and including ones that you may not know about. Actually, the vehicle that I wound up getting for my Christmas trade, which you'll be seeing as my 2025 project car, I completely came upon this car accidentally because I was looking at an FJ40 Land Cruiser. It looked like it could be an enormous project. We wouldn't be able to move it, and it was not going to fit in our garage. But the same owner that had this, actually it was a pretty unique FJ40 because it had a swapped engine. So it was a kind of a resto mod. And it's definitely a unique vehicle, and I'm actually going to be marketing that car on the channel. Hopefully, I'm going to talk to the owner Dave about it first. But when Dave saw our little Acti truck, he was really stricken by it. And you know, we were looking at all this cool stuff in his barn, and we wondered, like, what's this car under the cover? And I'm going to show you that video after this one. So, you know, stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see more of my cool project car, because this is actually a very rare car. I've been looking at hundreds, thousands of cars really this year. I've seen thousands of cars this year. I'd never seen one of these vehicles in person. Dave happened to have 3, and I got to check out all 3 of them. It's so cool. So if you really want to see what that car is, you know, subscribe, and I'm going to be showing you that video for 2025. I'm going to share any comments that were left upon on the vehicle, including about the price, that kind of thing. And I'm not going to be including contact information in this video, and that's because I've already included contact information for pretty much all of these cars before. So if you really want to know how to contact the owner, which may or may not still be the owner as of this time, so that's why I didn't include the contact information. If you're really interested, you can watch the short that the vehicle is associated with, and you'll be able to find the contact information there. I cannot guarantee that these cars are still available for sale, but I just want to show you your top 24 of 2024. So first up is this beautiful California Chevy Bel Air for sale for $68,850. Now, this car is post-modified, and in terms of comments, Fred Smith says, "Not interested. Price too high. I'd rather have a 57 Chevy station wagon. I drove one for several years while in high school and college." This next vehicle is a 1972 Toyota Land Cruiser. So very similar to the vehicle that I was thinking about taking on as a project. And they actually were selling this one for the price of, and I'll pop that up on the screen. But this is, you know, these can be very expensive vehicles. They were once very basic, but they're very utilitarian, and they last a really long time. I mean, I love Toyota products myself. I've had several, and never had a bad experience with any of my Toyota products. And number 22 is this 1962 Chevrolet C10 pickup that was for sale for $8,000. So I think that people really liked the price of this vehicle. As for comments on this vehicle, we only have one. Me Some More says no. Not sure what that means, but no. I really liked number 21 is a Jeep Wagoneer that the owner says is all original. Didn't have any comments on this one, but I think it's a good price for this kind of vehicle, and I think that it's really nice for an original vehicle. $23,500, so not bad. This next vehicle, I noticed when I was doing the post-production that the that there was a problem with this vehicle. So I asked everybody what they thought was the problem. It's supposed to be a Chevrolet Blazer, but it has a GMC front clip. So most of you spotted what was wrong. And some of you just said, oh no, I don't see anything wrong. It looks great. But that's what I noticed was wrong with this vehicle. Number 19 is a VW Thing, which they're fairly rare to see. And it's essentially kind of like a little bit of a go-kart, and doesn't have a lot in the way of safety or anything. But it seems like a lot of people liked this vehicle. Actually, this VW Thing was really exciting for me because it was the first time I really realized that I had an international audience watching these videos. Somebody asked if they could ship it to Dubai, and I didn't know. So if you know how to ship a car from California to Dubai, you know, that's great. Right now I don't know, but it's possible you can do that if you want. And next we have a car that's controversial for a lot of people. That's this 1972 Chevrolet El Camino, which was spotted for sale. And, you know, a lot of people don't like the El Camino, but I really like it. I think that, you know, if you've been watching this channel at all, you know that I like these because I think they're utilitarian and you are able to, you know, haul a load of something in the back and also have a car in the front. So it's kind of like maybe a mullet of the car world, but it's like business in the back and party in the front. So backwards mullet car. So yeah, the El Camino is the backwards mullet of cars. This 1972 Ford Fairlane gathered a lot of comments, including from both people who admired it and some people who didn't like it as much. So Scott said, I'd buy it for my wife. It's already wrecked. David says, that looks like my first car. It is the same colors as my car. Wow. When I asked about it, he said, oh, it was wrecked, so it's not the same car. Sorry. And then Travis said, if the Ford was restored, it would still have a hard time getting $16,000. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinion on this Ford Fairlane. Now, this Pontiac Bonneville is a pretty rare car, and I think it's beautiful, and several of you agreed. So Clark said, that's a beauty. And YouTube Sucks says, what happened to the mirror? I'm not sure what happened to the mirror, but yeah, not sure. I'd love to know what you think about this Pontiac Bonneville, so just let me know in the comments. And I really feel like this is a beautiful car to drive and looks like it's in good shape. So might be a good deal for somebody. There's a chance that this vehicle has already sold. This 1968 Buick Skylark is definitely going to be a project, but many of you really like this car. And this was the 15th most viewed car of 2024. I know we kind of lost count there. But yeah, this is a really cool project car that I think somebody would love, and looks like it is in decent shape. Yeah, could be a good deal. This 1954 Chevrolet Bel Air was our second on the list and number 14 of our most liked cars or most viewed cars of 2024. Beverly said yes, but Aaron said $5 for this project vehicle. Now, you know, I think $7,000 for a Chevy Bel Air is a pretty good deal. Even if you are going to have to do a lot of work on it, it does have some new parts. So could be a good deal. Number 13 is this 1971 GMC pickup, which has the matching interior and exterior. It was a really cool find. I think for the price, $9,500, I really think that somebody probably picked this truck up already because that seems like a pretty good deal. And it looks like a couple of you agreed. And Sean loved that green color and how all the old trucks had the matching interiors. I love that too. Isn't that cool when they match the color of the interior to the exterior? You don't see that as much nowadays, except for maybe in like supercars and stuff. Coming in at number 12, we have another pickup. This is a 1955 Chevrolet 3100, and it looks like it's in really good shape. The owner was asking for $18,000 on November 3rd, and this half-ton light-duty truck has a really cool wraparound front windshield, and I think it's a pretty good value for a truck like this, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Coming in at number 11 of the most viewed videos was this 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu, which was listed for $40,000. This car has an automatic transmission, and some comments. Walt said, "That's a hard car to find," and Todd said, "$30,000 if you want it." So I think that this is a really decent car, and if it is as rare as what people think, then $40,000 seems like would be a good price to pay for this vehicle. Let me know what you think in the comments. I see these Style Masters go for quite a bit. So this 1948 Chevrolet Style Master seemed like it was a pretty good deal. The owner had listed it for $16,500. Clark said, "That's damn good." Dave said, "Most older boomers want muscle cars they remember from the 60s and 70s during their younger years, or an older hot rod with the big V8 engine in it. Grandpa's old sedans are sadly overlooked." Oh, that's so sad. And then Mike said, "Dad had a 48 Chevy. I barely remember. Not sure what model." So I think it's fun when you guys, like, you know, I think the thing that I love about cars is all the history that's attached to it. I think it's so great when we're able to indulge in our passions and, you know, keep and restore these classic cars. I love the idea, and I've always loved classic cars, even from the time I was a kid. I haven't really liked modern vehicles, and I haven't liked them for a long time now. I admit it. I'm not a fan of modern cars. I love the old stuff. Okay, so this next car wins the prize for the most expensive classic car that I've spotted in 2024, and that's this Ford F100, which is absolutely beautiful, and the price was not listed. I actually did ask about the price on this car, so it's possible that some of these other vehicles that I've put on in the past that I didn't know the price of and didn't put any price on, maybe they were more expensive. I really love this truck, so I persisted in finding the owner and asking, and he was asking for $100,000 for this truck. And that actually was, I actually spotted it later. This was a video that I took from earlier, but I spotted this truck twice and managed to get the sale price the second time. $100,000. So what do you guys think of that? I mean, I don't know if you could build it for less than that, according to what I understand, but let me know what you guys think. It has all this custom embossed leather everywhere. I mean, it's definitely had a lot of time put into it, the owner said. So yeah, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think of this Ford F100, which is number 9 on the list. So now we're getting down into the top 8 of 2024. Next, we have this beautiful 1969 Ford Econoline van. And this van had, you know, a clean title and quite a few extras. So Scott said, "Wow." Andy said, "Mattress and lava lamp included." And Jordan said, "That's a rare van to find." I agree. I mean, you don't see vans like this around much anymore. And with the power that it has, I don't know. I just think that it's pretty rare. So yeah, very cool van to find this year. I was lucky enough to spot this beautiful VW bus on its way out of South OC Cars and Coffee. Now, this bus was listed for sale for $29,500 as of November 23rd. So I think that was a pretty good deal on this bus. Now, the reason why it's a 73, but it looks so classic, is because it is built in Brazil. So in Brazil, they were still producing these classic looking VW buses. So this is a pretty rare bus to find. And I believe the owner said that he actually imported it from Brazil. So pretty cool history on this VW bus. Okay, so number 6 is a 1966 Ford Galaxy. You really don't see too many cars like this around, and the owner says it's a 90% survivor car, and it was listed for $13,500 in November of this year. So Jesse said about this car, sweet, and there was some confusion about the engine size. I tend to say that if you don't know what engine size it is and there are, badges saying differently, it's usually the smaller of the engine sizes that you're looking at. This next car was one of my favorites to spot this year because I've always loved Camaros, and you don't see too many RS Camaros for sale. I've seen plenty of them at shows, but this is the first one I'd spotted for sale, so I was really excited to see that. And let me know what you think of the price. I think $65,000 for something like this, I think that's a pretty good deal. I don't know if you could build it for less than that, so let me know what you think. Number 4 is one that I spotted in December and not too long ago at the Pomona Swap Meet and Classic Car Show in December. Now, this beautiful 1959 GMC tow truck is definitely not everybody's cup of tea, but I really liked it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. But I think that it's something that, it looks like Mater from Cars. So if you have kids or grandkids or whatever, they're gonna look at this and say, hey, that's Mater. I mean, Brian loved it. He said, hell yeah, the body skin is 3 times thicker than the body skins today. Nixon said that it's, unfortunately, old tow trucks are a super niche market that's worth $8,000 if it's running. He'll be lucky to get $5,000 if it has a usable engine block transmission. Patrick said 1-0 too many. 1 exhaust pipe, probably a 6-cylinder. If it was a V8, it would probably have a Pontiac engine in it. And then William said, only if you got the tow truck for $8,000, you want to lose on an overpriced project vehicle. Yeah, it's a big project. That's why I think $8,000 or best offer. Best offer probably is something for this because it's, maybe you could use it as, advertising, that kind of thing. That's what somebody said, park it in front of your business. So I'm so excited for the top 3. And actually, one of them is another Chevy pickup. We've had a lot of Chevy pickups tonight, or GMC. Those are super popular. And I think like one of the most popular vehicles in California, they're Chevrolet Impala, Chevrolet Bel Air, and the Chevrolet pickup trucks, Chevrolet and GMC pickup trucks. But let me know if you think that it's different. I think that those are the most common classic cars that you see in California. As for this 1951 Chevy pickup, they were asking for $32,500 for this. So let me know what you think. I really thought it was beautiful. There were 15 comments on this video, which is way more than I normally get. Kevin said, that's a good deal. Randy said, good price. Clinton said, absolutely beautiful, and about only half the price of one of these modern pieces of junk. I agree, Clinton. Dave said, can't find and rebuild it to have that beautiful condition for that price. Be sure to have someone that knows about rebuilding classics. That's a very good point, right? And that's something that I am going to need with help with my car behind me here. Paul says, yes, it's worth more. User says, most states require cars to have door handles. A lot of racetracks will not let you race with shaved door handles. I did not know this. So thank you for letting me know. I didn't know about the shaved door handles racing. So Billy says, would cost twice the price to duplicate. David says, a decent price, especially for California. I wouldn't come down from that price. Someone will take it fairly quick. David said, you failed an automatic. Patriot said, don't go over 27,000. Poultry said, not original, piece of junk. Everybody has their opinion. This next one was VW as well. Everybody loves the VWs. Now, this was a 1961 ragtop VW Beetle, and it was for sale for $23,500. Now, Brett said Ted Bundy had a tan one with a trick passenger seat. It also came with an optional make it happen claw hammer. Ooh, creepy. Henry says, looks like a 62. The 61 Bug didn't have a fuel gauge. That's a good point. Maybe they added it. Not sure. Brett said, how about 3,200 instead of the price that was listed? Diesel said, that is Ted Bundy's car. Chad said, in the late 60s, the VW Bug seemed too ubiquitous. To be ubiquitous? Okay, I'm sorry, I have a hard time. Ubiquitous. Okay. The minimal engine power caused all the owners to wind the engine out to what must be the red light RPM, if they had a tachometer. When stopping at stoplight, due to the minimal front end overhang made possible by the rear-mounted engine, they would stop within inches of the car bumper in front of them. They all thought themselves very wise for buying a cheap car with good fuel economy. I found them a bit off-center, and I am almost sure they all became Democrats. Drum roll, please! And the most viewed video of 2024 was this 1956 Chevrolet 210, which I sometimes would want to call a Bel Air, but no, this is a 210, and this video had 11,693 views. So you guys love this car, or at least some of you did. Some of you thought it was, I think, a piece of junk. Let me see. Let's see, we have 19 comments on this one. All original, didn't know they came with overdrive back then. So, you know, the owner had said on the, you know, the sign, all original, but, you know, the price was $25,000. Bobby said 10,000 would be a good price for that. 350 Chevys weren't available till 1967, so the engine is not original, says William. Paula says, I would love that car forever. Robert says, the straight hood ornament means it was the straight six, not a V8. What other lies are there about this car? William said the engine isn't original. Larry said not original if it's a 350 V8 engine. 1956 came only with the 283 engine or a straight six. Maybe a 265 V8 left over from 1955. Lupo says not original, should be a 265. And then CBFG, anyway. If Maple Motors in Henderson, Tennessee had this vehicle, they would be like $14,500. It's not original. Patrick says, well, it has a small block 350. If it's not original, it would have come with a 283 V8, not 350. It's not worth the money because it's not original. And yeah, so I don't know about this car. Thank you guys so much for all the comments that you left on this car. And thank you so much for watching all of my cool classic cars for sale this year. I appreciate watching all the shorts. If you like longer videos like this one, definitely subscribe because we're going to be having even more of these in 2025. And I'm going to be showing you also how I changed this from a project car into a show car. And if you think that you know which car I have behind me, let me know in the comments down below. The winner will win the satisfaction of winning. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.